On a cold Friday night in 2012, three girls met for what was supposed to be the best time ever. A fun night with popcorn, funny movies, and way too many snacks. This was in a quiet, peaceful town called Maplewood, Oregon. By the next morning, one of the girls was gone. There were no broken locks on the doors, no windows were smashed. Just a deep, cold silence and one small pink sock lying on the wet grass near the back door. This is the full, long, and sad story of Lila Monroe, the girl who vanished during a sleepover. Lila Monroe was 14 years old and so excited for the weekend. Her best friend Emily Hart had invited her and another school friend, Sophie Lane, to spend the night. The Hart family was known for being very neat, but also very strict. Emily's parents, especially her dad, Mr. Hart, Robert, were away at a work meeting in another state. Emily's older brother, Tyler, was 18 and he was the only adult in charge. Tyler had a long, strict list of rules from his dad before they left. No friends over, no loud noise, and be in bed by 11 p.m. The three girls, Lila, Emily, and Sophie, set up their bright sleeping bags in the warm living room. Sophie, this is gonna be the best. Movies, chips, and no parents telling us what to do. Emily, Tyler's upstairs playing video games with his friends all night. We basically have the house to ourselves. But if Dad calls, we have to be quiet. Tyler upstairs felt trapped. He wanted to sneak out and meet his secret girlfriend Jessica, who lived just 3 blocks away. Tyler knew if his strict father found out, he would be grounded for the rest of the year. He had to be extra quiet. The girls ate a huge pizza, watched a funny movie, and took silly photos with their phones, wearing their matching bright pink pajamas. Everything felt safe and normal. But things changed just after 1 a.m. Around 1:10 a.m., Sophie was wide awake. She decided to go to the bathroom. The house was dark and quiet, filled with the smell of old popcorn. When Sophie came back to the living room 2 minutes later, she stopped cold. Lila's sleeping bag was empty. Sophie, confused. Emily, wake up. Where's Lila? Emily, sleepy and annoyed. She's probably in the kitchen getting more water. Go back to sleep. But Lila was not in the kitchen. Sophie walked slowly to the back of the house. The back door was unlocked and slightly open, letting in a thin line of cold, damp air. On the porch, lying on the wet grass, lay a single, small pink sock, the exact sock that matched Lila's pajamas. It looked like it had been pulled off quickly. Emily and Sophie searched the house again. They looked everywhere, calling Lila's name softly, then shouting it loudly. Tyler, Emily's older brother, finally came downstairs, yawning and rubbing his eyes. "What are you two doing? Keep it down," he said, looking annoyed. Emily was shaking now. "Lila is gone. The back door was open, and we found her sock." Tyler looked at the sock and his face suddenly went pale. He ran outside and looked down the quiet, dark street. By 2:45 a.m., true panic had set in. Emily, crying hard, finally called 911. The police arrived within minutes. The house was taped off so no one could touch anything. The officers searched outside. There was no sign of a fight, just quiet, cold air. Detective Rowan Pierce led the case. He was a smart man with tired eyes who had seen many sad things. He brought in Agent Finn, the young, super smart police computer expert. Detective Pierce gathered Emily, Sophie, and Tyler in the quiet kitchen. DT. Pierce. Tyler, where were you from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m.? Tyler stuck to his story. He claimed he had been playing video games with his friends online from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. without stopping. But Agent Finn looked at Tyler's computer records. "Detective," Agent Finn whispered, "Tyler logged off his game for exactly 14 minutes right after 1 a.m. He was gone from the game's voice chat. He lied." Meanwhile, the investigation hit a strange wall. The police found no car tracks near the house and no strange footprints. It was as if Lila had walked away, which made no sense. Detective Pierce called Mr. Hart, Robert, Tyler's father, who was still away. Mr. Hart was furious that Tyler was left alone and immediately flew home. Mr. Hart was not sad, he was angry. "Tyler has been in trouble before. He's always sneaking out, always lying. He's afraid of me, but he wouldn't hurt a girl." Mr. Hart showed the police a small secret notebook where he wrote down every time Tyler had broken a rule. The man was obsessed with control. Days passed. Flyers were everywhere. Then came a strange and scary twist. Investigators found Lila's phone behind a smelly dumpster, a full half-mile from the Hart house. Agent Finn worked on the cracked phone. The very last message Lila sent was terrifying. It read, "I think someone's outside." The timestamp was 1:12 a.m., the exact moment Lila left her sleeping bag. Someone had replied to Lila. The reply message said, "Don't worry, it's me." The number belonged to Tyler Hart. Tyler was brought to the police station. He was sweating and his eyes darted around the room. He stuck to his new different story. "I was sneaking out. I had a secret meeting with my girlfriend down the street. I was mad." Tyler: "Lila texted me what I thought was a joke. I replied, 'Don't worry, it's me,' just to calm her down so she wouldn't wake Emily and ruin my secret meeting with Jessica. I thought she would go back to bed." Daddy Pierce: "Tyler, if you told her not to panic, why did you leave the house and your sister alone at that hour? And why was your reply so fast? It took you only 7 seconds to text back." Tyler hesitated. He looked down at his shoes. His long silence said enough to the detective. Detective Pierce knew Tyler was hiding the whole truth. He pressed Tyler harder on the stolen money Emily had mentioned. "DT. Pierce, Emily says Lila saw you stealing money from your mom's purse 2 weeks ago. Is that true?" Tyler's face went white. He nodded slowly. "It was only $200. I needed it for my old car." Date: Pierce: "Lila told Emily she was going to tell your parents when they got back, correct?" Tyler whispered, "Yes." Tyler had a powerful reason to want Lila gone. She had a secret that could destroy his life, especially with his strict father. Detective Pierce and Agent Finn looked at the neighborhood again. They found an old woman named Mrs. Gable who lived across the street. Mrs. Gable was known for watching everything from her window, but she had been silent so far. Detective Pierce visited her. "Mrs. Gable, you are a kind woman. We need your help. You saw something that night, didn't you?" Mrs. Gable looked terrified. "I saw a shadow. I was awake because of a bad dream. I saw Tyler sneak out the back door at 1:05 a.m. But then I saw a second shadow follow him out just moments later. It was smaller, wearing something pink." Mrs. Gable's voice dropped. "I saw Tyler turn around when he was halfway down the lawn. He grabbed the smaller shadow's arm. I saw him talking to the girl, and then they both walked quickly toward the woods. I heard no scream. I thought he was just being a bad older brother and telling her to go back inside." Lila didn't just walk out and vanish. She was walked away by Tyler. But why did she go silently? Detective Pierce now knew the full sequence. 1:05 a.m., Tyler sneaks out. 1:08 a.m., Lila sees him and runs to the door. 1:12 a.m., Lila texts, "I think someone's outside," meaning Tyler in the dark. Tyler replies, "Don't worry, it's me." 1:15 a.m., Tyler convinces Lila to walk with him, either by promising to talk or by threatening her about the money. Agent Finn returned to the back porch to look for a detail they missed. He used a special light that finds tiny things. He found something amazing. Not one, but 2 holes in the back screen door. It looked like someone was trying to poke something through the door or window near the lock. Agent Finn: "Detective, look here. Someone was trying to get in or out very carefully." Then Agent Finn looked closer at the pink sock found on the lawn. It was very dirty. He looked at the floor of the living room. Under Lila's sleeping bag, he found a tiny, clean second pink sock. Lila was wearing 2 identical pink socks when she went to bed. The dirty sock on the lawn was dropped by Tyler after he brought Lila back inside, injured, trying to make it look like she walked away. The clean sock was still under her bag. Wait, if Lila was wearing the clean sock under her bag and she walked out, where was the second sock she wore? Detective Pierce realized the first sock found on the lawn was a fake clue. It was placed there by Tyler to make it look like Lila ran away. Tyler grabbed one sock from the laundry to throw outside. The only way to know the truth was to find the real sock, the one Lila wore when she left. 4 long years passed. The police searched every inch of the woods, but nothing. The case went cold. The Monroe family moved away. Then in 2016, A hiker exploring an abandoned, rotting cabin deep in the woods near Maplewood stumbled on something chilling. The cabin was falling apart. He saw a single pink sock, half buried in the dirt floor. This sock was much dirtier and older than the one found on the lawn. This was the real second sock. Beneath the sock, he found a small silver charm bracelet engraved with the name Lila. Nearby, he found an old wet diary. It was damp, but the words inside were still readable. Inside were Lila's last written words from that night. "I have to get out of here. He said he'd walk me home. He said it was faster through the woods. I shouldn't have trusted him." The police found the diary. They noticed the last page was torn out. Agent Finn found tiny pieces of the paper still stuck in the diary's spine. He carefully put the pieces together. The missing page had one sentence. "Tyler said he's going to hide me where Dad will never find me." This confirmed Tyler's fear of his own father was the main reason for his panic. The police found DNA, tiny bits of skin and hair, under the bracelet. The DNA matched Tyler Hart's sweatshirt from the night Lila vanished. When the police reopened the case, they found Tyler was living in another state under a new name. Detective Pierce found Tyler and brought him back to the station. Tyler was older now, but he looked just as scared and pale as he did 4 years ago. Detective Pierce showed him the real sock, the bracelet, and the final torn page of the diary. Tyler finally broke down, crying hard. Tyler, crying, "It was an accident. I didn't mean to hurt her. She caught me sneaking out. And I was so scared she would tell Dad about the money I stole." Tyler explained the whole terrible story. Lila saw him sneak out the back door at 1:05 a.m. She confronted him on the lawn, saying she would tell his dad about the money he stole. Tyler convinced her to walk with him into the woods, promising to talk and give her back the money. Lila agreed because she trusted him, but she immediately started writing in her diary on her phone as they walked. As they walked, Lila got angry and said she would tell his parents everything anyway. Tyler, in a blind panic, shoved her hard. She fell and hit her head very badly on a large rock. He carried her body to the abandoned cabin, where he left the charm bracelet and the real sock. He then ran back, took a fake pink sock from the laundry, and left it on the lawn to confuse the police, making it look like Lila ran away. Lila Monroe never made it home from that sleepover. A night meant for laughter and friendship turned into the worst kind of tragedy, all because of a scared older brother and a lie about $200. Tyler Hart was arrested for his terrible crime and lie. The town of Maplewood finally had the sad truth, but they were still haunted by the silence. The house where the sleepover happened was sold. Mr. Hart, the strict father, finally understood that his obsession with control had helped create the panic that caused the tragedy. It's said that sometimes in the dead of night, hikers still hear faint laughter near the old Maplewood Trail in the woods. But it's not the sound of happy children. It's the echo of innocence lost. The memory of Lila, Emily, and Sophie laughing over a movie, mixed with the whisper of a girl who just wanted to spend the night with her friends. Detective Pierce and Agent Finn finally closed the file. They knew that sometimes the most dangerous secrets are hidden not in dark alleys, but in the quiet, desperate panic of a normal boy. The pink sock became the final, confusing symbol of a friendship broken and a life gone too soon.